Good morning, I am Pranav Prakhar. Let's take a look at newspaper headlines published from Delhi today. First, the Hindu newspaper. Supreme Court verdict ends Sasikala bid to become Chief Minister. Indict Jayalalitha for conspiring with Sasikala to launder wealth. Appeals against former Chief Minister stand abated with her death. 3 convicts to undergo imprisonment for 4 years pay 10 crore fine each. Sasikala won't be able to contest election for a total of 10 years. That's a big setback for Chief Minister hopeful of Tamil Nadu, Sasikala. Pennali Swamy stakes claim to form government. Pennali Swamy is the name forwarded by Sasikala to look after the Tamil Nadu affairs, but the chair of Chief Ministership is still eluding him as well. Moving on to Hindustan Times, the first news on Hindustan Times, ISRO is going to launch 104 satellites in 90 minutes, and the headline says, in an orbit of its own. Indian Space Agency ISRO is set to create a world record today by launching 104 satellites in one go using the PSLV C-37. ISRO Chairman A.S. Kiran Kumar is quoted in Hindustan Times saying, "We are not looking at it as a record or anything. We are just trying to maximize our capability with each launch and trying to utilize that launch for the ability it has got and get the maximum in return." Major 3 soldiers killed in Valley gunfire. In another story in the newspaper, Sasikala convict game on in Tamil Nadu. The Chief Minister's merry-go-round chair is still going on in Tamil Nadu. Sasikala is convicted by Supreme Court and she has to now go to jail. Paneerselvam, 9 others sacked by AIDMK. Pennali Swamy elected chief, stake claim to CM post, but it's still, the game is on, as the newspaper says. Close to OPS, BJP sees gain in Sasikala setback. The BJP is cheering AIADMK General Secretary V.K. Sasikala's conviction in corruption case, which brings to an abrupt end her bid to be Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. This is according to Hindustan Times. Moving on to the Indian Express, exit Sasikala, enter who? The big exclamation and question mark. Dainik Jagran online editor arrested for posting UP exit poll. Acting on directions issued by the Election Commission, Ghaziabad Police Tuesday arrested Shashank Shekhar Tripathi, online editor of Hindi daily Dainik Jagran, after a case was registered against the editor-in-chief and managing director of the publication for running an exit poll on the first phase of UP Assembly election last week. Tripathi was later granted bail by a local court. Major among 4 army men killed in 2 encounter in Kashmir Valley. The life in Kashmir Valley is again jeopardized by the killing of a major and 4 army men who were martyred in Kashmir while encountering terrorists. 4 army personnel, including a major, and 4 militants were killed in 2 separate encounters in Hajin and Kralgund Handwara area of North Kashmir on Tuesday, according to government security officials. Moving on to Times of India, Sasikala exit is getting a prominent news. Another news on Times of India front page says IT department, ex-Chief Justice family didn't disclose crores. This is alarming news. The income tax assessment report of former Chief Justice of India, K.G. Balakrishnan, and his relatives, which has been placed in Supreme Court, revealed that his family members had not disclosed crores of rupees discovered by the department during the assessment of their assets. That's an alarming news according to this news in Times of India. Supreme Court needn't stand for anthem if it is in film. Man, there is no need to compulsorily stand when the national anthem is sung or played as part of film or documentary, the Supreme Court said on Tuesday, while clarifying its earlier order in the wake of report that people were assaulted for not rising when the anthem was played during a film. The Triple Talaq case reached its pre-final stage in the Supreme Court on Tuesday, with the court saying question on the issue would be framed on Thursday and final arguments will begin on May 11, even as it made it clear that it was not considering the issue of uniform civil code. Death due to air pollution rising faster in India than in China, says the study. In China, the worst hit 11.05 lakh number of premature death in 2015, and in India it is almost close 10.90 lakh number of premature death in 2015. In denial mode on linking premature death to air pollution in the absence of conclusive data, but a new comprehensive global report by two US-based institutes may now trigger a rethink. The report claimed that countries' worsening air pollution caused some 1.1 million premature deaths in 2015, and it now reveals China is having among highest air pollution health burden in the world. Now moving on to business dailies, ISRO's commercial boost. 104 satellites launched by ISRO. Their revenue is also growing. Weak JLR sales note ban Royal Tata Motors. Q3 profit of Tata Motors plummets 96% to rupees 101.57 crore, sending shares down by 7%. BSE firm's market value hits record 116 trillion. The market value of companies trading on BSE hit a new peak of rupees 116 trillion on Tuesday, driven by mutual fund that stocked up share in the broader market, even as the benchmark Sensex closed flat. Hiring slowdown at top schools was to come. So there is an indication for all the students who are passing out from top schools. Hiring is slowing down. Moving on to the Economic Times. Seshasai signals truce with founders. Infosys management and founder agree not to let disputes spill into public space. This is the second major within the board problem that has arisen in Indian corporate world. Earlier it was Tata Group, and now it is second biggest IT company in India, Infosys. Upheaval in Tamil Nadu as Supreme Court sends Sasikala back to jail. Vodafone Idea may call for easing spectrum caps. Company likely to argue that consolidation will cut number of players, make current cap irrelevant. But there is another story which is also making the news in the front page of Economic Times. It says massive job cuts likely in telecom. So that's all we have in this edition of English Newspapers Headlines today. Till we meet again tomorrow, it's goodbye from Pranab Prakha here.